What one, Charlie?
Wagwan, you know.
Bueno, vamos a arrancar esta súper entrevista de verdad con Charly Black, artista internacional, artista jamaiquino de mucha trayectoria. Para mí, de verdad, es un gusto poder tener esta oportunidad gracias a The Live Promotion, a la Mega 98, celebrando sus 20 años. Tenemos a Charly Black. Welcome to Panama. Welcome to la Mega Radio Station.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Wagwan there.
He's saying this an honor. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be able to like interview you in La Mega here from Panama.
The pleasure is all mine.
Dice que el placer es todo suyo.
De verdad, gracias por esta oportunidad y tenemos que arrancar esta entrevista, darle también los honores a la Bori, que la tenemos de traductora en esta ocasión, preguntándole a Charly que cómo ha llevado estos días, cómo ha pasado estos días de confinamiento, cómo ha llevado su vida a nivel personal, ya que todos sabemos que un artista lleva una vida de una manera agitada y mucha más, el que es de talla internacional. ¿Cómo lleva estos días, Bori? ¿Cómo lleva estos días, Charly?
Hey, Charly. So he's asking, well, first of all, he just wanted to thank me because I'm the translator. But he's asking you as an artist and as a person as a whole, what are you doing now that, you know, this pandemic, this quarantine situation, you know, how you handling everything, how's, you know, business going, your personal life going?
Well, at the moment, I'm just recording some songs, discovering Jamaica, watching some movies, sleeping, exercising,
Okay.
and spending time with family, and
Important.
giving thanks to God to be alive each day, you know? That's about it.
That's about it. Él dice que él ha estado grabando allá en Jamaica. Dice que ha estado durmiendo bastante, que comiendo, que haciendo ejercicio y pasando bastante tiempo con su familia. Dice que lo más importante es que le está dando gracias a Dios porque estamos vivos.
Qué bueno saber esto a nivel de que está haciendo también otras actividades que de pronto no podía o no realizaba tan frecuentemente. Yo tengo que preguntarle a Charly cómo ha sido este proceso ahora de promocionar una música a nivel digital y no poder recibir ese feedback en vivo, ese feedback con su público que tanto le gusta su música.
So he's asking, how is it now that, you know, we all in the digital era, you know, everything has to be like digital, you know, you can't go out, do shows and all that other stuff. How are you dealing with that and, you know, trying to get your music across so that people can hear it?
Well, we have to just adjust and try our best to just accept what is there right now and wait until this COVID-19 pass. I mean, we miss the road, we miss our fans interacting and everything, but we have to just put our faith in God and just wait until everything just go away, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but are you doing anything different that you wasn't doing before, you know? Like, did you get somebody to like do just digital, you know, promotion so that, you know, other people can hear it? Or get to more people?
To be honest, I'm mostly discovering Jamaica more.
Okay.
Everything that happens to do with music, I used to do it before this pandemic.
Okay. So you're not really doing anything different that you wasn't doing before?
No.
Okay. So él está diciendo que él lo único que él está pidiendo es que el COVID-19 pase, que él no, de verdad no está haciendo nada diferente a lo que estaba haciendo antes de la pandemia, que él está pidiendo a Dios que la pandemia pues pase, pero que él siempre ha hecho lo mismo desde Jamaica. Entonces él dice que todo lo está haciendo igual, que de verdad no ha habido ningún cambio.
no hay mucha diferencia entonces en esa promoción que realiza, ¿no? Oye, vamos a hablar un poquito sobre esta canción, una de las últimas que ha sacado Charly, en esta ocasión junto a Juggins y NYLA, esta canción que ya por título Heart and Done. ¿Cómo nace esta canción, Charly?
He's talking about the new song that you have going on with NYLA, and it's called what? ¿Cómo se llama la canción?
Heart and
Heart and
Done.
Done.
Heart
and Done. And so he's asking, how did that, you know, came along, and how is it, you know, how you feel that it's going to be moving around, and.
That song came about with jugglers from Germany. They're the producers. They linked me towards the collaboration and told me that NYLA is on the track, and I put one verse on first, and they wanted the next one because they told me to put out one verse was all they needed.
Okay.
But eventually Universal liked it, and they said I should put a next one. So they sent it back, and I put a next one on it, and the rest was history. Everybody just liked the record and can't wait to shoot the video and can't wait for the place to open back because it's a club banger. It's that type of song that makes you want to just dance, you know what I mean? So I'm just grateful to be a part of the track.
Okay. So él dice que al principio la canción la hizo un productor de Alemania. Ese productor le dijo que si podía colaborar con el tema y le pidieron que hiciera solamente un verso. So él hizo su verso y después Universal escuchó la canción y le gustó y le pidieron que hiciera otro verso. Porque le gustó cómo había quedado. Entonces él dice que pues con toda la pandemia y la cosa pues se le hacía un poco difícil ir a grabar, pero entonces él fue y puso el segundo verso. Se le está haciendo un poco difícil hacerlo del video, pero él está pidiéndole a Dios pues que todo esto pase bastante rápido y poder hacer el video y concretar.
Claro, y hablando de productores europeos, en este caso alemán, ¿cómo Charly ve ese movimiento de la música afro dancehall, o más bien del dancehall, en territorio europeo? Porque sabemos de que hay una gran tendencia o un gran consumo de esta música en el continente europeo.
Okay, so he's talking about, now that you mentioned that the guy was from the European area, he's saying, how do you feel about the fact that now the dancehall is getting to those areas and it's becoming like a big movement over there? How do you feel about, you know, you getting to other places?
I'm very happy to be a part of it. I mean, dancehall, the culture has been over there ever since I was even doing music, you know what I mean? It's not something new to the European market.
No, he said it's getting bigger. Like it's getting, you know, a lot bigger than it used to be. You know, some people hear it, some people don't, but now it's, you know, you're getting the.
Yeah, man. That's a very good accomplishment, and I'm happy to know that I can play my part. You know what I mean? And people accepting my music right now, and I'm just very happy about everything that's going on right now.
Él dice que le está muy feliz, porque él dice que sí, que ya ellos lo consumían, pero obviamente no tanto como ahora, pero él está feliz de ser parte de ese movimiento, que escuchen su música, que lo oyen de ella también, que a él le gusta que el movimiento se está creciendo, pues.
Okay. Se expande la música del dancehall en Europa, entonces. Ahora,
sí, él dice que ya sí.
En cuanto a esta canción, o este feat que tiene Charly, Heart and Done, ¿cuál ha sido ese feedback que ha recibido en Jamaica y en otros reportes de otros países que haya tenido? ¿Cómo ha sido la percepción de la gente con esta canción?
He's saying, talking about specifically this song, the Heart and Done one, how do you feel people are, you know, liking the song in Jamaica and other places? Have you received any feedback about the song? They like it, you know? How do they feel about, you know, the mix between the artists?
Everybody's happy with the song. No one has ever heard this song and said they don't like it. So far, it's a good look. But most times, a song, I'm just being honest, sometimes songs like these, as how they sound so international and not too hardcore, sometimes they have to hit worldwide and then our people here accept it because we Jamaicans love our hardcore dancehall more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So a song like this that is so have that international feeling, that pop feeling, and that everything. It has to have that international buzz, and then most of them gonna gravitate to it. But everyone so far who heard it so far in Jamaica and everywhere else, they're liking it. You know what I mean?
So you think Jamaicans are more harder to like those type of songs than what it is like the Afro dance hall, which is what,
Yes, because
yeah.
same thing with Party Animal. They not everybody was in tune to it. The song went global, and then they began to accept it.
Okay.
So I know what I'm speaking about. I won't tell a lie in my country, or my country people are you know what I mean? So I'm just keeping it real.
Right. 100%. So él dice que nadie que la ha escuchado ha dicho algo malo al respecto. Ahora, él siendo honesto y hablando, y tú sabes que aquí los panameños son iguales, que son más críticos con la gente de su país. Él dice que esta canción tiene un feel como más internacional. Y que en Jamaica, pues a lo mejor esa canción no es como y que muy grande ahora mismo, pero él dice que ya que se pegue afuera, entonces la gente empieza a aceptarlo. Pero no hasta eso, porque a ellos allá les gusta más el afro dancehall, que es lo que está allá más sonado, pues.
Okay. Bueno, es bueno saber eso. Creo que a nivel de música pasa igual en todos lados. No creo que nadie es profeta en su tierra hasta que, bueno, la gente se dé cuenta que pegó en otro lado y llega a tu país. Mira, hay una canción que yo estoy loco por preguntarle, se llama Fuego. ¿Por qué Fuego? ¿Por qué escoge el título de esta canción que se llama Fuego en español? ¿Y cómo se da esa super combinación en cuanto a ritmos?
Okay, he wants to ask you specifically about a song that he's been dying to know about. You have a song called Fuego.
Yeah.
And he wants to know, how did that came about? How did that fusion of rhythms came about, and that idea? Obviously, he really likes it.
It's a song that's supposed to be on the album, and we did it in Miami. He's a very talented kid. Did the rhythm with they wanted they get some writers and some beat makers to meet with me, and we were in the studio. So, like we spent 5 days. Each day is a song. Each day a song supposed to be made. Okay. So that song was the last song I did on the Friday of last year, November 2019. So what happened was, when I leave, Universal, they liked it and said they want to put it on the album, because my album was supposed to be coming out this year. But based on the pandemic, it's not going to be released. But the song is a very good song, Fuego. So in the video, you can see where they do quarantine type of stuff, and we do something like live kind of. If you watch the video, I don't know if anybody have ever watched the video before, but that is what really happened. You know what I mean?
Okay. But it hasn't, like the album itself, it hasn't came out yet.
No, the album hasn't came out as yet, because we still have some big names and some big collaborations, and I really don't want to release the album in a time like now when we can't travel, we can't go to the studios, we can't go to do live interviews. We have to stay in Jamaica, and we can't do performance to promote the album and stuff like that. So we're just waiting and keeping our fingers crossed for next year. Hopefully everything goes, back this COVID-19 does pass, and we can get to move on with our normal life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So él está diciendo que esa canción fue parte de 5 canciones que él grabó en Miami. Es para su álbum que se supone que saliera este año, pero nunca salió. Él dice que eso se grabó en Miami, que hubieron colaboradores, hubieron escritores, hubieron productores, y esa fue la última de las canciones. Cada día ellos tenían que hacer una canción, eran 5 días, y esa fue la última canción que hicieron. Pero cuando Universal la escuchó, le gustó y le dijo que la pusiera en el álbum, que obviamente no ha salido, porque él dice que él no quiere que salga porque él quiere ir a entrevistas en vivo, él quiere ir a promocionar su música, y entonces pues la están aguantando y está pidiéndole a Dios que para el año que viene pues ya la pandemia se haya ido y el poder pues, soltar el álbum completo. Pero él dice que el video, él dice que no sabe si tú has visto el video, pero el video tiene que ver con cosas de pandemia, la vida y la cosa.
No, de verdad, es una canción que tiene una gran vibra, un super flow, un rhythm bien estructurado. Es una canción de verdad que incita a ese estilo de fiesta, de carnaval, de Caribe. Y creo que cuando pase todo, va a ser una de las canciones número 1 en los carnavales del Caribe, de Bahamas, de Trinidad.
Puede ser. So he's saying that he really likes the rhythm and the fusion, and he thinks that once it does come out, he's almost positive it will be #1 like the carnivals everywhere, because he said the rhythm is so good, and he said he did see the video as well.
Yeah, that video that we did is just something to get something going, because that's not really even the official video, you know what I mean? So, and tell him thanks for liking the song, and I really appreciate his support, and I know the album will do good. I'm very positive about it. Trust me.
True. Él está diciendo que él te agradece por apoyarlo, que el video no es lo que va a ser el video, sino que hicieron algo solamente para poner algo afuera, pero que él quiere hacer algo pues mucho más estructurado, más bonito, pero que él tiene fe de que ese álbum va a ser muy bueno, que va a tener buena aceptación en el público.
Hoy tenemos que darle las buenas tardes a NYLA, ya la tenemos online, ya la tenemos en la conversación. ¿Cómo estás, NYLA? Buenas tardes, bienvenida a esta super entrevista junto a Charly Black. Te damos un fuerte abrazo a la distancia desde Panamá, y gracias por permanecer, ¿no? Y pertenecer a esta super entrevista de esta promo que están haciendo con la canción junto a Charly Black, dándole las buenas tardes a NYLA, ¿no?
Hello, so he's saying hi to NYLA, welcome her into the live. How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, good, because they were telling me that I needed to turn on my mic. I'm not so familiar with the Zoom.
Neither was I.
Neither do I.
This is like the second time actually with Charly that I'm using Zoom, so bear with me. I didn't even know if I was gonna make it. I'm good. I'm happy to be with you guys. I know you guys are airing from Costa Rica, so that's really a pleasure and an honor to be, talking with you guys and, alongside Charly, with the record that we have out, we're really excited about it and just been promoting it and just getting a lot of great feedback. People have really been excited about the record, and, we've just been getting a lot of positivity,
Él está diciendo que el disco ha sido bien aceptado por su gente, que la gente le está gustando, que han sido positivos acerca de todos los feedback que le está dando, que está emocionada y que no sabía usar Zoom. Entonces está diciendo pues que si algo pasa, pues que entienda que ella nunca ha usado Zoom y que no sabe cómo usarlo y que ella pensaba que esto no iba a pasar.
¿Cómo ha sido la experiencia de NYLA al tener la oportunidad de grabar este tema Heart and Dawn con Charly? Creo que es una gran oportunidad, es una gran experiencia. Que ella nos cuente ese proceso de cómo vivió el poder hacer una canción con Charly.
He's saying that, as we know, Charly is a big influencer in, the dancehall music now. And how do you feel about, being able to record with an artist like, him, and how you feel about,
yes.
the song?
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yes, Charly. Yeah, as I said, it's an honor to be able to, have worked with Charly, and I know he had his hit records, you know, the Party Animal and Wine and Catch, and you know what I mean. So it's definitely, you know, in the top tier of Jamaican artists that you want to work with, you know. So that was an honor for, you know, jugglers to, you know, to say, you know, let's go with Charly. And I do think, you know, bringing him on the record definitely put the record up a notch, you know what I mean? Like, it really did enhance the record a lot, you know what I mean? Just his verse was just so big, you know. It's like, this is wicked. So definitely, I guess he lived up to the name, you know.
Thank you.
Ella está diciendo que definitivamente es un honor que él haya grabado y que cuando ellos lo escogieron, pues ella dice que el verso de él fue lo que subió la canción un poco más. Porque ella dice pues que, o sea, que obviamente él está arriba, ella dice que él es de los más conocidos ahora mismo en Jamaica y que pudiera grabar con él pues fue un sueño hecho realidad, pero que ella dice que su verso fue brutal.
Lo que llevó el disco entonces al próximo nivel. Oye, mira, quiero hacerle una pregunta muy curiosa, Charly. Charly, creo que el que ha seguido su carrera se ha dado cuenta que es uno de los artistas que, estando consagrados, le da la oportunidad a artistas que vienen emergiendo, que vienen siendo nuevos, y él los lleva o les presta su plataforma para que ellos entonces puedan seguir. Pasó con J. Capri, y así podemos mencionar algunos otros de los que Charly Black ha estado con ellos desde sus inicios. Entonces, ¿cómo Charly mide o cómo él le da la oportunidad a un talento nuevo? ¿En qué se fija para poder él grabar con un talento nuevo?
Okay, Charly, so he's asking, or he wants to know, he said that everybody that, you know, follows your career as a whole, have noticed that you have worked with a lot of like upcoming and emerging artists, you know, and you actually, you know, allow them to use your platform, you know, so that they can grow, and you have been with them through their, you know, most of their career. And he wants to know what do you look for in a new artist, you know, that you said, I want to work with him. You know what I mean?
All right. Personally speaking, I never try to run down or try to ride somebody's bandwagon. I like to work with someone who's a hard worker. Okay. I like to work with someone who like my work as well, and also who willing to go to the extra mile to get the work done. I don't like to work with people who is hype. I can't work with people who is full of themselves and egotistical, and I definitely can't work with them. It's like when the very first time we did this song with me and NYLA, and I asked jugglers, I asked Mesca, I was like, yo, I know her vocals, but I don't know her personally. So I'm asking, I told the guy who produced the song, Arden Done, that, yo, I'm a hardworking person and I'm willing to work with NYLA, but I don't want when I tag her in something she maybe just repost maybe one or two, you know. But I realized that she's a very hard worker, and I reach out back to Mesca and say, yo, she seems like a very humble person, and I like that about her, although she, as much as she's a big artist herself, you know what I mean? Because sometimes some people get in their feelings and don't just think that, yo, they're above the other person, which I don't like. But I like working with young artists, and I like people who like to motivate themselves and help. It also helped me to believe in myself again, that I can still do great things. You know what I mean? Because when a person is at their lowest point in their life as a young artist and nobody not giving them no attention, and I, Charly Black, they reach out to me, or maybe me reach out to them, or maybe my team reach out to them, or whoever, they reach out to my team in whichever way, and we get things done, and they remember where they're coming from. That's good, because sometimes you help a lot of people and they don't remember where they're coming from. You know what I mean? But I don't like to ride people wave. I'm not a bandwagonist.
Right.
I prefer to work with someone who's not so much like thinking of themselves, like, you know what I mean, like they're better than anybody else. So that's just me personally still. And I'm always willing to work with younger artists. Even since this past week, I get so much messages from artists all over the world. Even a rap artist, I've been on the phone with him like for 2 hours last night. He's from Brooklyn and he wanted to do a collaboration. I tell him to just let me hear what he has and bring something to the table, send it to my email and listen. That's just me personally still, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're willing to work with anybody just as long as they're hard worker, they're not too much into themselves.
Yeah.
Be humble. Humble and hard worker.
Huh?
Humble and hard worker.
Yeah, because I'm a humble person, and that
right.
was how I was grown, you know what I mean, in the countryside of Jamaica and Trelawney, and that is how my auntie grew me. So I'm not a fan of high people, and I like hard work. I work for mines. I don't reach out to. I don't like handouts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
yep.
That's me. I like to work with people who just believe in what we are doing. That is why up till now, I have my team still, or everybody who I'm working with now, have been working with me more than 7 years, 10 years in my team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful for everybody.
Okay. Él dice, primero que nada, que él trabaja con el que sea después de que tenga talento. Pero él dice que más importante que eso es que trabajen duro. Que no sea que él los tiene que arrastrar. Y él dice que a él le gusta las personas que son pues humildes, pues, que ellos entienden de dónde vienen, quién los ayudó. A él no le gusta la gente que está muy agrandada, que se cree que está por encima de nadie. Él dice que él tampoco le gusta que él tenga que como que hacer el trabajo por ti, pues. Él dice, si quiere trabajar, trabajamos juntos y somos un equipo y lo vamos a hacer juntos, pero que a él no le gusta cuando la persona pues se cree que es más grande que todos los demás, que él no tiene que hacer mucho trabajo, que no tiene que esforzarse. Él dice que anoche mismo casualmente estaba hablando con un artista nuevo de Brooklyn y que estuvo en el teléfono 2 horas con el muchachito, y el muchachito no tiene nombre, no tiene canción. Él dice, mándame lo que tú tienes y yo voy a ver cómo te ayudo. Pero él dice que a él le gusta trabajar con los jóvenes, le gusta ayudar a hacer sus sueños, pero no le gusta cuando esos mismos jóvenes no le dan el respeto después de que él los ayudó, que eso no le gusta. Y él dice que hasta con NYLA le pasó lo mismo, porque él dice, él la conoce como artista, pero no la conoce como persona. Y él quería saber qué tipo de persona era NYLA. Okay. Pero dice que es una persona muy buena.
Oye, para los que no conocen y están viendo en estos momentos esta súper entrevista con NYLA y Charly Black, vamos a preguntarle a NYLA entonces cómo son sus inicios, qué tiempo tiene en la música, cómo ha arrancado. Ya en su carpeta tiene una canción con Charly Black. O sea, ¿qué más aspira NYLA posterior que nos cuente de sus inicios musicales para que la gente aquí en Panamá también conozca lo que ha pasado con ella, ¿no?
Okay, so NYLA, he's saying that we know enough, we know a lot about Charly Black, but we don't know enough of you, at least here in Panama. So he wants to know, how was your starting the business? How was it, recording, with different artists, especially, now that in here, at least in here, not a lot of people know about you. So he wants to know about, your beginnings to now, to what are you doing? What are your, next steps?
Okay, well, I was in the group recently with my sister Nyanda for a good while, many people who know me from the group. And we were signed to Akon, Con Live, and we were signed to Geffen. So it started, I want to say maybe 10 years ago. But yeah, you know, a lot of, as I said, a lot of people know me from that group, and then we toured Africa, Europe, you know, the Caribbean. We've never been to Costa Rica. I would love to come. I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica, but never been. But yeah, so that's been the story, you know. As I said, we toured. We had records out with Akon, you know, Never Never, you know, with Bad to the Bone. And then our big single was Love is Wicked. I don't know if you guys know that one. That was like a big record. That was the record that took us around the world, you know. And yeah, we're able to tour. As I said, we toured a lot of Africa, a lot of Europe. You know, it was very huge in Jamaica and I said the Caribbean. And so yeah, so we definitely had our run and, you know, did a lot of collaborations. But then let's say I want to say maybe 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I decided to go solo. Okay. And I think we just needed, me and Nanda just needed to kind of take a break, you know what I mean? As business partners, we just needed to kind of get back to being sisters, you know, because I think being in a group for so long kind of was taking its toll. So I think we needed to get to the point of figuring out how to be family again and be that sister, have that sister unit, you know. So we decided to take that break. And yes, I did a lot of records. I did a record with Sean Paul, you know, and then of course the Major Lazer record, Light It Up. A lot of people don't know that I am the NYLA on that record, and that one did real, of course, you guys know, that did very well. And it's been working, you know, just been doing the rounds, as Charlie said, working hard, you know, I taught myself Pro Tools. And every record that I've put out this year, I've recorded it myself, you know, so.
Oh, okay, so you're a producer as well?
Well, vocal produce. I vocal produce myself.
You're the producer of your own songs.
I mean, I don't know if I would say I'm the best vocal producer. I don't produce music, I don't do the tracks.
Right.
But I do, like, I will do the engineering for myself, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a bit about my story. Of course, I'm probably missing out some things, you know, but as I said.
Yeah, but overall.
Yeah.
Because now I have to translate.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So, ella está diciendo que ella empezó en un grupo. Ella empezó hace como 10 años, ella, su hermana y otras personas. Y ese grupo sí tuvo éxito y ella hizo muchas canciones y hasta tour por Europa y África y Jamaica. Y que ella dice que hace 4 años ella empezó como solista y ella y su hermana decidieron pues que necesitaban un break de ser socias. Okay. Y necesitaban enfocarse más en el ser hermanas, necesitaban más enfocarse pues en su hermandad, su familia, ¿sabes? Que son sangre y que obviamente pues estaba creando un tipo de roce. Entonces, pero ella dice que hay muchas canciones que ella ha grabado, que hay incluso una con Sean Paul que se pegó y ella dice que a lo mejor mucha gente no sabe que ella es la misma NYLA de la canción, pero era ella. Entonces ella dice pues que ella ahora solamente está haciendo su trabajo, pero ella es su propia productora vocal. Ella produce todas sus canciones vocalmente y ella las arregla y hace ingeniera de sonido, pero solamente en sus canciones. Ella no hace ritmo ni nada, solamente ella graba las voces y las arregla y así que salen todas las canciones que hace.
Esa canción que hacía referencia a NYLA es Pornstar, creo que estaba investigando.
¿Cuál?
Pornstar, creo que se llama la canción con Sean Paul.
Burst Time.
Pornstar, como.
Oh, Pornstar. Was
Yeah.
that the song that you made with them? Okay. Yep, then that's it. Esa misma.
Yes, that's the song.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Even though I didn't write it.
No, it's fine, but he didn't know it was you, so.
Yes, I was on the record Porn Star, and you know, it's funny because I've been working a lot too with some people from Dominican Republic, you know, and I'm actually on a record in a video with one of their artists, La Materialista. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. and that video it has like over 5 million. So I've been working a lot with La Materialista.
La Materialista, ¿la conoces?
En República Dominicana.
Ajá, ella dice que ella estuvo en un video con ella y tiene como más de 5 millones de vistas en YouTube.
Ok, durísimo, durísimo. O sea, ya igual, sabe ya del mercado latino. Y hablando del mercado latino, una pregunta que la voy a adelantar y es para Charly, y volvemos con NYLA de nuevo, después de la pregunta. Es que Charly ya ha empezado o ha tenido ya un recorrido, un bagaje con artistas latinos. Ha tenido canciones ya con Luis Fonsi, ha tenido canciones con Giancarlo Canela. ¿Cómo ha sido esa experiencia, esa fusión con artistas latinos? ¿Cómo ha sido esa experiencia para Charly?
So Charly, this one is for you. So he's asking, he's noticed that you've done some songs with Latino artists, you know, Luis Fonsi between them. And he wants to know, you know, how do you feel about those fusions? You know, how did that come about? Was it your idea? You know, how you like dealing with, you know, doing work with the Latino artists?
Luis Fonsi, I link up with him through Universal Records because he liked Party Animal song, and then he did a remix with me on Party Animal song, and that the remix went gold certified. Then he asked me to be on his song with him and Justin Bieber and Daddy Yankee, the song Despacito.
Despacito. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and apart from that, Daddy Yankee, he like Party Animal as well. He wanted to be on the record. You know what I mean? So we did that as well, and that did good. But the first Latino artist I've ever reached out to me, really and truly, and I'm being honest, I'm just keeping it real, because when it comes on to interviews and people ask me questions, I'm just gonna keep it real. Maluma was the first artist. You know Maluma, right?
Mm-hmm, of course.
Maluma is the first artist to ever reach out to me, and his manager was speaking to me at the time. He had a manager called Santiago. I don't think they work anymore. I don't think they work together anymore, because Maluma was in Jamaica this year, in January, and he stayed close by where I live here in countryside of Jamaica, in Discovery Bay, St. Ann. And he was the very first artist to reach out to me and want to do the collaboration and want to do the remix on Party Animal. But for some reason, it didn't happen because Maluma is signed to Sony and Universal Records is signed Party Animal song. So it's like a war. They never wanted to. They never wanted the song to go out. But Maluma posted it on his Instagram, and so everybody went crazy, and it was just, it was just a big problem, because I don't know the politics between them, and he thought that I had something to do with it. So till like, I think about 2 years ago, Maluma hadn't spoken to me, and I say, yo, I don't have nothing to do with this. Why you hate me for? But then he reached out back to me and said, yo, he understand, and me and him reason. When he came to Jamaica sincere, like we had a real reason, man. We just reason and we talk about things, and we actually did 2 songs together now for his coming up. Okay. But it's for his album though. I don't know when he's gonna release them. You know what I mean? But Maluma is a very, very, he reminds me of myself. He's like that child, he's that humble person, and he likes to play. He's a very joyful person. You would never see Maluma and he's not laughing or making fun or something. You will never catch him in a bad mood. Trust me. That's good. To me, he's like my I would say my Latino friend. Musical. Okay. And I have to say enough respect to Jen Carlos. He reached out to me through a guy named Russian, a producer, guy named Russian from Jamaica. and we did a song called Pack You Me Invitan. Yeah?
That's Giancarlo?
Yeah, and the song was very big in Puerto Rico and Costa Rica and so many different places. I went to Puerto Rico one time and received an award, and that was the very first time I met Daddy Yankee at the award show. And Daddy Yankee gave me his number, and I lost my phone and everything, but it's cool. I will see him again because...
well, I'm Puerto Rican, you know, I live in Panama, but you know, I'm New Yorican. I'm from Panama. Yeah. I'm Puerto Rican from New York, but I live here. My husband is actually an artist here, so I've made this my home for the past 3 years.
Yeah, Puerto Rico is a very nice place. I stayed right beside the beach though, but the meeting, it was a ASCAP. It was a ASCAP award show thing.
Oh, okay.
And we went there, and it was very, very, very nice. I enjoy working with Latino artists because they also grew up on reggae music. They like our beats. They love our beats, I should say. They literally love our beats. Even the guy that made Fuego Rhythm, he made it right in front of in my eyes, and I watched him. I was like, yo, this guy need to, like, you can see that he really listened to our music a lot.
He was Puerto Rican? He was Latino, I mean?
I think he's Colombian.
Okay.
Because in that time when I was recording for the album, it was different people each day. Like, it was 5 days, so they will send 5 separate set of people, writers. But okay. I'm a person like this. If the song is not good, I won't take it. And I don't really take songs from people. I don't let people to write for me. But I never wanted to be like an arsehole. So like when Universal said that they want me to be there with them, I was like, okay, I'm gonna prove a point to you, just to prove a point.
Right.
Because it's not like I'm not a good writer. I don't think that I'm ready for people to giving me lyrics as yet. I don't reach to that age because I got so much topic in my brain to even come up with to take a song from people. But if the song is good, I would take it though. You know what I mean? Okay. So that is how I met that producer youth, and we still keep in contact. And he's a next humble person as well. I like, you know what I mean? So it's very cool.
All right, let me translate, okay? Let me translate.
Yeah.
He's looking at us like, I don't know what's going on. So, mira, nene, es que me dio mucha información. Él dice que la canción que él hizo, la primera canción que él hizo con Luis Fonsi fue Part Animal, que es de él, y a él le gustó, y Universal hizo que eso fluyera. Después, Daddy Yankee dijo que quería estar en la misma canción. Y entonces, pues ahí, pero él dice que después él grabó entonces con Luis Fonsi y con Daddy Yankee, que fue el remix de Despacito, pero él dice que él quiere ser honesto y que él quiere ser real, y él dice que la primera persona, el primer artista latino que alguna vez le dijo algo para grabar una canción fue Maluma. Y Maluma casualmente quería cantar esa misma canción, el de Part Animal. Pero que parece que como él está con Universal, Maluma está con Sony, pues parece que como que ellos tienen unas reglas entre sí y eso no pasó, y él dice que por eso él se sintió mal porque Maluma le dejó de hablar por 2 años. Hasta que por fin lo llamó y ellos hablaron. Este año Maluma fue a Jamaica y ellos pudieron encontrarse y hablaron. Y él dice que para él, su amigo latino es Maluma. Él dice, tú nunca lo coges en un mal momento, siempre está riéndose, siempre está haciendo juego, es como un niño, pero es muy trabajador. Él dice que él fue a Puerto Rico, tuvo la oportunidad de ir a Puerto Rico y le dieron un premio de ASCAP en Puerto Rico, y que la gente allá le encanta la música y los ritmos jamaiquinos, pues. Y entonces por eso es que a él le gusta la fusión, porque a ellos les gusta tanto y él se siente como que ellos quieren estar en la canción, pues quieren ser parte. Ahora él dice que ahora que se reunió con Maluma, ahora ellos sí hicieron 2 canciones que van a salir en el álbum de Maluma, pero él no sabe cuándo.
Okay.
Resumido, eso fue.
O sea, es bueno saber, ¿no? Todas estas historias, creo que la historia con Maluma fue que él lo subió a Instagram y todo lo demás, y ahí surgió
Ah, eso
como
es lo que está diciendo, que la gente estaba
la
preparada, pero
gente empezó a
nunca se dio.
especular de que eso se iba a dar. Volviendo con NYLA, hablando un poquito sobre el tema de la música latina, ya sabemos que grabó con la materialista o estuvo con la materialista en República Dominicana,
Ah, ese
pero
video.
de lo que ella ha escuchado de todo el movimiento latino, ¿qué artistas a ella le ha gustado su música? ¿Con qué artista le gustaría en algún momento entonces poder colaborar?
So NYLA, this one is for you. He's asking in the same, in the same theme about the whole Latino thing. He's saying that he understands that you was with La Materialista in, Dominican Republic, but have you heard or do you hear, Spanish music, and who would you like to like record with in a future time? You know what I mean?
If I hear Latin music, I live in Miami.
Yeah, but there's that.
I live in yes, well, of course we live in Florida, so we hear a lot of Latin music. Of course, we know the big ones, like the Daddy Yankee, the Malumas, but I'm definitely open. I feel like Charlie, I'm a pretty much humble person, and I try to, it's funny because when I worked with Major Lazer, I worked when they were more on the rise. Like it was like their first major album. So I tend to work. I like to work with people who are hungry. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I find it when the artist is so big, it's hard for them to have that access. It's hard for you to get that access. And sometimes when you're getting that artist on the rise, it's really good to align yourself with them. So I mean, for me, in terms of, I'm definitely open. As I said before, I didn't really know who La Materialista was, until like these guys, HDB from Dominican Republic, they reached out to me because they heard about the Major Lazer song, the Light It Up. And, they were fans, and they were like, so I, went down there and I heard the song, and I knew, there were other artists on there too. There was Jacqueline Mendez, and I knew Topala Mascara worked with MC Fiotel. So I knew I was in pretty good hands, maybe I do need to do more vetting in terms of, I don't just work with anybody, but usually,
right.
If I feel like it's a good team, like Jugglers, when they even reached out to me, I wasn't too familiar with Jugglers, but they had said to me, their good friend was Junior Blender, who works a lot with Major Lazer. And I was like, well, if you work with Junior Blender is so talented in terms of his production skills, because I know
right.
he produced stuff. So, usually you can, if I know they're in like good hands, or like they're related to, like if it looks like a good setup, then chances are it is, But yes, as I said, I'm definitely open, to working with more, Latin artists.
But anybody that you see, like you would like to record with them, you know what I mean? Like I think that's what he's asking. Like, it can be Maluma, it can be Daddy Yankee, it can be Ozuna, it can be, I don't know, Cardi B.
You guys have to throw the names, because I think right now my brain, I'm not really reaching. I know I mean, listen, if you have a following and you're dope, I'm for it. Because right now, I feel like in the marketplace, it's all about collaboration. You know what I mean? You can't just be, it's not just about one thing or one person. It's a real cross-cultural, time that we're living in, where everything matters, everything counts, But of course, I would love to reach, the Maluma, the Daddy Yankee, who is one of the the dance studio? Oh, God. Help me out.
It's okay.
I can't, as I said, I can't place the names. But I'm open.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You guys gonna have to send me the list.
Ella dice que, claro, ella vive en Miami, Florida. y que obviamente ella escucha muchas canciones en español y que sí, que a ella le fascinaría grabar. Ella tiene una persona en mente, pero no le sale el nombre, eso es lo que está pasando. O sea, que ella está pidiendo por sacar el nombre de la persona con que ella querría.
Aquí que termine la entrevista, entonces ella se acuerda.
Ah, entonces ella dice que, pero que a ella le gusta la música latina, que ella es igual que Charly Black, que a ella le gusta trabajar con gente pues que quiere de verdad trabajar, que quiere, y ella dice que a veces ella se pone un poco, ella busca más gente que vaya subiendo y no que ya esté arriba. Si eso tiene sentido, porque ella dice que mucha gente que ya está arriba no tiene el tiempo de trabajar un tema como ella quiere, de hacer las cosas como ella quiere, y una persona que está emergiendo, que ya está subiendo, pero no está totalmente arriba.
Can I interject?
Más rápido.
Can I interject for a minute?
Yeah, of course you can.
To add that I know there are things that I'm missing, you know. My career has been, I don't know if you know Wisin and Yandel.
Uh-huh.
And Jennifer, I wrote this song with my sisters, Follow the Leader, that went to like #1 on the Latin Billboard chart. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with that song.
Okay.
But that wasn't a writing aspect. That wasn't as like an artist, you know. But they're a duo that I would love to work with as well. I'm sorry to cut you, my love.
No, it's fine. Okay, so finalmente ella se acordó que Wisin y Yandel, ella dice que Follow the Leader, ella la escribió con su hermana.
Okay.
Pero ella dice que ellos definitivamente son un dúo con quien ella quiere trabajar. Ella dice que el esposo la acaba de ayudar. Don't worry, it's okay.
No, pero es bueno saber esto, que igual la música latina sigue expandiéndose con artistas de Jamaica, artistas anglosajones. Y hablando de artistas anglosajones, quiero preguntarle a Charly, ya casi en la recta final de la programación, vamos casi que a la hora.
¿Sí?
¿Entiende Charly Black que es uno de los artistas más comerciales de Jamaica? Porque de pronto hay música de Charly que no suena en Jamaica. Como por ejemplo, hay una canción que él tiene con Gloria Trevi que tiene 85 millones de views. Y la canción es un palo, o sea, creo que se llama Me Llamas, con Gloria Trevi. Y él radica en el mercado latino con artistas latinos, tiene muy buenos números y también tiene una canción con Neyo, artista anglosajón. O sea, también se mete Charly en su cultura, que es el dancehall, se mete en el mercado latino y se mete en el mercado anglo con artistas como Neyo y otras colaboraciones también que tiene. ¿Y cómo se da esta canción con Neyo? La canción se llama Over Again.
Okay. So, he's saying that, well, because he sees you more as a commercial artist, Charly. So he's saying, you know, he's pretty sure that there's, you know, he's asking if there's any songs that, you know, you have gone like probably to other places and a lot of other people like it, but maybe in Jamaica, they don't accept it as much. You know, that's one thing. He also talking about a song that you have with Gloria Trevi.
Yeah.
That has like 85 million views. And he's saying that, you know, you seem like you can get into other rhythms without, you know, having really problems. Like he say you got Anglo and you got Latino and you got the dancehall part. And how do you do it? How do you manage to, like, you know, able to do all these kind of like songs in different rhythms?
Actually, I was on tour and they wanted that song with me and Gloria. So they rush. I have to pause the tour, and we did the song, but they wanted to do the video. So I have to pause. I have like 3 days, 3 days off. So they flew me to LA, and we did the video, and I flew right back on tour. She's also a nice person. She actually didn't remember about that song, you know. To be honest.
Forgot about it.
Yo, she's fun too, but she's more of a gangster fun.
Gloria, she's a little crazy. She's a little on the crazy side. I actually got the pleasure to meet her years and years and years ago.
Yeah, I heard a lot of story about her, and then I did a research as well. But it was fun doing the video with her, and um, the song. I have songs apart from that song. I have songs that plays around the world that don't really play in Jamaica. I have a song like "Whining Vixen" that produced by DJ Tropical. That's a song that on my Spotify that I sing that song over the world, and that song you will never hear it in Jamaica. I have
Okay.
no well about enough songs. I go to Zimbabwe, I go to many other places, and I have songs that don't really get no attention in Jamaica. But as I said, it's a part of music, and I see myself as I'm an entertainer. I'm the type of person where I see myself where whatever mood you in, I suppose to have a song that can
For that
fit your
mood.
mood. So if you're in a religious mood, I have God is in control. If you're in a Latino mood, you can listen to Charly Black and the Glorious song or whatever, or the Fuego or whatever. If you're in if you're feeling like you want to listen some hardcore dance, we have everything ready. If you're feeling like you're in a love mood, we have songs such as Perfect, One in a Million. Or if you feel like you want to party, we have Party Animal or this song with me and NYLA called All Done Done or Fiesta or any other song. That is how I set my standard. I don't see myself as one artist
One
just
line.
in one box. No, I don't do that. You know what I mean? So once the work is ready, and especially if it's good, I will get it done because I like doing music. Like right now, this pandemic thing, I just can't wait for just go and start. I'm not used to being I'm not used to being in Jamaica so long, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is the longest I've ever been in Jamaica since 2012.
Yikes. So you're used to
Yeah,
traveling, which is obviously a good thing. It's just this
yeah.
pandemic is killing us all. Trust me, I've never been in a place this long before. And I only been here 6 months and I'm going bananas. I just want to leave. I just want to go somewhere.
Loco.
Oh, yes. DJ Calde, él dice que esa canción de verdad se dio mientras él estaba en un tour y en el medio del tour le dice que también quieren hacer el video y se le estaba haciendo difícil, pero él dice que Gloria Trevi es loca, que es así como a lo loco, pues como ahí al garete, y que, pero a él le gusta hacer muchos tipos de música para diferentes tipos de sentimientos. Dice que si tú estás feliz, que puedas escuchar una música de él, que si quieres latino, que puedes escuchar esa música de él, que si estás triste, también, que si estás enamorado, lo mismo. Él dice que nunca le gusta estar en una sola línea, que a él le gusta de todo, pero él dice que sí hay muchísimas canciones, incluyendo esa de Gloria Trevi, que no se tocan en Jamaica. Él dice que él tiene muchas canciones que él va a cualquier sitio del mundo, las canta y se las corean, pero en Jamaica no.
Exacto.
Y él dice que eso es lo más largo que él lleva en Jamaica desde el 2012. Él dice que él siempre está viajando y no está acostumbrado a estar ahí tanto tiempo, así que él también lo está perdiendo, pues le está perdiendo.
Por eso era la pregunta de que si él entendía que era uno de los artistas más comerciales porque abarca mucho. Abarca el mercado europeo, el latino, tiene featuring con niños, artistas anglosajones. Nos está matando producción. Ya tenemos que ir cortando lastimosamente. Se nos quedan más preguntas, pero de verdad darle las gracias a Charly, a NYLA, de que esta canción, Heart and Done, sea todo un éxito, que siga repuntando la carrera de ambos y que próximamente, entonces, cuando toda esta cosa pase, toda esta pandemia, podamos reunirnos acá en Panamá y hacer una entrevista o, por qué no, un concierto, y que darle las gracias en nombre de Dulay Promotion, de Mega 98, y que nos den unas últimas palabras, ¿no?
Okay, so he just want to thank you, both of you. Obviously, the time, has come to an end. But he, wishes you the very best on your careers. He wants to make sure that once all this passed, maybe you guys can come to Panama and you can do the interview in live, or maybe see you in a concert, who knows. But he wants to wish you well with the song, and he's asking, do you have any, last words that you want to add to end the interview?
Well, thanks for having us. It's good to know that it's Panama.
It's Panama, yeah.
It's Panama, okay.
Yeah.
I think that we got the places confused. Okay, well, that's very good to know. My grandfather is from Panama, so but I've never been. I'd love to go. But thanks for having us. Thanks for having me. This is like, first interview with you guys. And I guess if anybody wants to check out, my social media, they can go to my Instagram, NYLA Brickenlace, NYLA BRICKNLACE. There's at NYLA Brickenlace for my Instagram. And Twitter, it's at NYLA, which is NAILAHNYLA. And my other handles are that. So anybody, I'm usually really on Instagram. I'm kind of dormant on the others, which is really bad, but I'm working on it. But those are my handles. And again, thanks for having me, and check out the song Hard and Done. We're doing everything to, make it a hit and make it what it should be, especially in the pandemic. So hopefully when it passes, you
guys can come visit.
Come visit, do some shows and all of that, and come to the studio.
Good. And Charlie?
Yeah, thank you for having us and big up on yourself. And I think, to me, I know, I don't even think, I know we will have a Hard and Done tour, because after the video shoot with me and NYLA and Juggler, after this video shoot, next year I think we will have a Hard and Done tour, hopefully. You know what I mean? And Panama, I performed, we got my fans on Panama. I performed in Panama one time, but it was like Hard Rock Cafe. It was like more of an uptown type of a function,
Okay.
Yeah, I never really go into the ghetto or into the heart of the people. So I will return with vengeance, though, because
with vengeance.
Of course, because I there's so many people. I have more fans than that in Panama. So it was like I had like maybe 300 people was there. As I said, it was in Hard Rock Cafe, and it was like a upscale type of an concert.
Okay.
So they maybe charge a little bit too much. I don't know, or whatever the case may be. But we don't get to perform at few of the venues and some of my friends that I know over there, them never get to link up and stuff like that. So that is why I use the word vengeance. I'm gonna return with vengeance. This is what I say. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a Hard and Done tour, man, next year for sure. Because this song, I know that I believe in this song so much, and I have no doubt in it that it's gonna run the world and do good things for me and NYLA. So we just give thanks for this opportunity that you guys are interviewing us, and thank you for your time as well, and may God bless, and stay safe, and hope we all meet soon. All right.
Amen to that. So los dos están diciendo que muchas gracias por tenerlo, que bueno, por lo menos NYLA, ella parece que estaba confundida y creía que estábamos en otro sitio que no era Panamá. pero Charly, él dice que él vino a Panamá y que el concierto que tuvo, pues lamentablemente, no que lamentable, sino que él lo pasó bien, pero que no había mucha gente, que él dice que había como 200 personas, que él sintió como que a lo mejor estaban cobrando mucho y que él quiere hacer algo más para el pueblo, más para el gueto, y él quiere conocer el corazón de Panamá, él quiere irse para el gueto. NYLA dice que su abuelo es de aquí de Panamá, casualmente.
Así.
Una cosa que uno se entera. Entonces, él dice que él viene con venganza porque él quiere tirarse a la calle, él quiere ver la calle, pasar tiempo con la gente del gueto, con su gente, porque él es así allá en Jamaica. Pero que él dice que Dios primero, el año que viene van a tener un tour de la canción y que quieren venir acá y conocer y todo eso.
Bueno, de verdad, gracias a NYLA, gracias a Charly. Ha sido todo por hoy. A toda la gente que está viendo esta entrevista, gracias, de verdad. Esta es la Mega 98, celebrando sus 20 años. Gracias a Live Promotion, también a la Bori, que nos sirvió de traductor en esta ocasión. Y de verdad, reiterarle las gracias y que sepan de que la Mega 98 en Panamá es su casa, siempre lo ha sido, y que cuenten con nosotros para este y para todos los estrenos que tengan.
Okidoki. Well, He's saying goodbye. He's saying thank you for, you know, allowing us to like be with you guys in your home, you know, in this time of the pandemic. But that La Mega is your home, and that always, you know, you can always count on them to like, you know, promote your songs and play your songs. And of course, they playing, you know, your new song over there.
Muchas gracias.
All right, guys. Adios.
Adios.